What's up, everybody? Been debating for a long time, even putting a video on YouTube or posting anything online about my Lego collection or what I have, how I did it, and that kind of thing. Actually, stood here for 10 minutes, even debating, even putting anything on. Um, I just decided, screw it, let's do it. Show everybody what I've done. There's bigger sets and bigger collections, obviously, out there and that kind of thing. But I figured I'd take a video, show you guys what I've done in my small office with the space I have and how I set up my sets. And most of them, 98% of them, probably are Star Wars. Huge Star Wars fan. I do have others, architecture and some London sets and other things that like I grew up with, like Super Mario and that kind of thing. So I figured I'd give you a small tour and you can see what I did and how I set it up, and there you go. Let me flip this thing around here, and I guess we can start at the door. Hot Wheels was a huge thing when I was a kid. Hot Wheels started coming out with the Star Wars models and things like that. So I've got quite a few of them. I don't have anywhere near all of them, but I hang them on the sides of my shelving, and you can see one's missing here. I have a 3-year-old son that doesn't quite know how to not just tear things open, but we're learning. We're getting there. And so I've got probably 25, 26 of them maybe. Let me pan around in here for a second. We'll start on one side here. So I got some of my Star Wars sets here. I didn't really try and keep them original trilogy. With original trilogy, it was more space was what I needed, so it's more like I keep the smaller sets with smaller sets so I can adjust my shelving to tighten it up and get more sets for the space that I have. These two pieces here were really cool. I picked them up from a Bricks and Minifigs here near me, and thought those were pretty funny. But yeah, the shelving I used is from IKEA. Their Ivar system. I like it because you can adjust it for every inch and cram as much in here as you can. As you can see, the top of my Big Ben there is like barely missing the top shelf. So aside from Star Wars, anything London related, as my dad's side of the family all comes from England, lives in England, and that kind of thing. So I collect anything England because it's near and dear to the heart. I picked that little guy up. We were in, I believe it's pronounced Leicester Square in London, and that was an exclusive to their Lego store there. Some more Star Wars sets. Going back to my 3-year-old, he had snuck in here one day and ripped apart both of those sets down to their frame. I had to go and find my instruction books and fix those up. As you can see, I'm missing a side piece here to my chess set that he has simply made disappear. My plants, actually those are my wife's plants, I should say. I didn't build those, my wife did. And the Starry Night. Got some more of the Star Wars cars and figures there. But that's the Ivar system for the shelving. So you can see it, you can adjust it however tight, however small, however wide. They've got 18-inch and 12-inch depths, I believe. The only disappointing thing was I managed to find the back corner posts, and I was building this as I went, so I got the posts because they were there, and they only had 3 of them left, which is what I needed, so bought those. When it came time to actually get the corner shelves themselves, they were sold out and no longer sell them here in America, so had to get creative, build my own, cut them out, and set it up. Over here I've got my Taj Mahal. When they reintroduced it after it retired for, I believe it was like 10 or so years they retired, and then brought it back. I always wanted that set, but I was seeing it online for thousands of dollars, so when they brought it back and it was well less than that, I jumped on it. My helmet collection. See, again, with the Ivar system, you can make the shelving so small that my land speeder's missing the top shelf by not even a quarter of an inch. But I can fit more sets, and you can see my small Christmas collection. My son has put his work to that too. Got to get the books out and fix that one up. Some more of my Star Wars stuff. Some of these I've had for quite a while. My Slave one up top there, I've had that for quite a few years now. My mechs and other spots. I found these plastic stands. I found them at not necessarily a junk shop, but like a Goodwill or something like that. I think it was called Hot Bins. And they've worked out pretty good where I can stack on top and underneath at the same time. My Super Mario. Growing up, I loved Nintendo. It was the first thing we ever played. Me and my sister will still, when she comes into town, still go on and veg out my 3-year-old's work. I have the Nintendo Cube. Currently it's in pieces, and probably half of it's in that bucket there. The rest of it's up there on that shelf. That was my son and his work. He kind of messed up a few of my sets. I'm missing about 6 or 7 brickheads that are supposed to be on here that are somewhere down in all of that. Fortunately, I keep all the instructions. My little dioramas back there. I do have to say, for the cases, I ordered my cases from a company called Wicked Brick. I believe they're out of the UK. But you can also spend the money for the customized backgrounds. Let's see if I can slide this back up there. You can get a customized background to match the theme of the set, which all of my enclosed cases are from Wicked Brick. Let's see if I can get out of the reflection there. The back of the Mario, or Bowser, I'm sorry. And that was a custom one. If you move side to side, you can see the flames going up and down on the back of that. My other sets up here, Death Star, a couple of Kylo Ren ships. My wife bought me that for my birthday a few years ago. My X-Wing shelf. That one was really fun to put together, I thought. My Holy Grail set is this bad boy right there. UCS Millennium Falcon. My father bought me a light kit to go with it, which I would have loved to have had on for this video, except my wife accidentally pulled the power port out of it, so I have to pull that thing out and fix it up. I might do another video on the light kit I used and how it went together and that kind of thing. Star Destroyer. Just finished building my Lego Star Wars logo. That one was pretty neat. Easter egg in the top. Got some extras or indoor duplicate sets there. I got the mini Death Star and a bunch of other sets, a couple extra brickheads and stuff. That's obviously not Lego, so don't judge me for that, but I am an Oklahoma Sooners fan, so there's another case by Wicked Brick. Their pricing, what I've figured out for the cost of the set, the case cost about half of what the set costs, but that's also shipping from the UK. I know there's a bunch of different companies that do cases and stuff like that. I just have not had a chance to try any of them. I haven't bought a case for anything in quite a while. These ones I've had for a long time. But yeah, I keep all of my instruction booklets. Some might think these are for paperwork and such. These are not for paperwork. These are all Lego sets, different sets. I have half a drawer on the other side that's not Lego instructions. The rest of it's full of instructions. And what I've done for now, since I have the space and I haven't filled it up, I also collect Star Wars Funko Pops, and they go all the way around the room, all the way across the top. And what I've done, which you'll see here in a second, is I have every box for every set that I have, and they're all hiding behind the Funko Pops up top. I keep them all. I haven't broken them down yet. Once I have enough sets where I need the space up top there, I may break those down and flatten them up or whatever, but I haven't truly figured out if it's even worth keeping the boxes. I know some say that the value is better if you keep the box and that kind of thing, but I haven't tried to sell anything, so I don't know. Also, it would be cool if somebody can comment what they do with their damn brick separators. That would be cool. Right now they're just being collected. If any of you are familiar, those are my to-do Legos that I've had for a little while. Some of them I just got when the May 4th promo came, but if any of you are familiar with Wicked Brick, you know that the brick separator case was a April Fool's joke, I believe, at some point in time. And then so many people demanded it that they actually came out with one. And so I have one brick separator nicely encased, which is kind of goofy but unique at the same time. I think it's a conversation piece in my opinion. As to, why would you put a brick separator in a case? Well, you asked me about it and here we are having a conversation. So funny enough, they sent me this by accident. I have to go back one of these days into my instructions and find out where those minifigures go. That one was in a paper poly bag that my son opened. So I've added that one there. I do not have any knowledge of where those sets officially went off the top of my head. But for now, they're posted up there and they will stay there until the foreseeable future. But yeah, that's basically that's the Lego room. I got my build table here, if I'm here building by myself or my son's with me. Right now I've got my wife's succulents that I have to fix. That was another set that he came in and decided to play with. I've since learned to lock the door. He's 3, so he knows how to open that baby gate, but now that door gets locked every time I'm not home. But if we have friends over, we have a monthly what we call Lego night. Some friends of mine come over. We build whatever sets they bring, hang out, have some fun. Some of them leave their sets here to keep going the next time around. So I end up being Lego storage. But yeah, as we get farther along, I'm hoping to have this filled. I'm ambitious enough to think that one of these sides here in the corner will be for the Eiffel Tower. That would be cool. Went over and saw it not long ago, and so that would be a cool set to have. But yeah, again, the shelving that I used was the Ivar set from IKEA. It's fairly cheap. There's not 1,000 parts you have to put together. For anybody that's got IKEA stuff, you know that there's 8,000 parts that you have to put together. I have one shelf here that's not put in, so it's kind of gives you an idea. They have the metal pins when you buy it. Sorry for that, camera work is terrible. That snap into here. You put the post in, and these things snap right in. So when you get it in there, that shelf does not just come up. You have to actually kind of really put some work into it to get it up. So unlike a regular bookshelf, that thing's going to stay put, which is nice when you have Lego sets and you don't want them getting destroyed. That kind of helps, as long as you keep the kids out of the room. But yeah, that's the Star Wars room. Only thing I guess I was missing is, random collections like the Funko Pop pins. I've got a few of those there. I haven't figured out kind of how to or what to do with them. But yeah, that's what you think. If it helped, if it didn't help, and we'll see you on the next one.